Hunters found him in the wilds of northern Minnesota. A boy raised from infancy by wolves. They captured him and brought him to the university where I was conducting research on human behavior. I named him Lucan. Working at the university one night, he came upon two men stealing drugs. They attacked him. Chemicals exploded. One of the men died. Lucan was unjustly accused and held for the man's death. He fled. A police officer relentlessly follows his trail. But Lucan will never stop trying to find his parents or to win his right to be free. Here is the list of people you want to find. In New England, Dr. Tyler Walker, Braden, Vermont. Dr. Charles Deeming, Concord, New Hampshire. Nurse Jane Lee, Bangor, Maine. Tyler Walker. Ready to go home?
After I finish this.
All right, see you back at the house. Don't forget to lock up. Bye.
See you. Braden. Dr. Tyler Walker. North. Vermont.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Easy, son. Easy. No one's gonna hurt you.
Miss Kroger?
Having congestion in both lungs, irregular heartbeat, and fever. 104 to say the least. What my daddy used to call double pneumonia. Let's get him into ICU.
Fire! Fire!
What was that? What about a fire?
He's delirious, Ty. Well, how's he doing?
What's the matter, Dad? Don't you trust me?
Any change, call Ty.
Yes, sir.
Let's have some coffee, son.
2 men. White coats. One got away.
What was that about 2 men with white coats?
Couldn't make it out.
One got away.
Ty, what was that all about back there?
What he said about the men in the white coats? I don't know.
No, not what he said, what you said. Don't you trust me, Dad? Where'd that come from?
Sorry, Dad. I guess I was a little tired.
Ty. Ty, I'm fussy and I'm demanding, I know that. Maybe too much so. But what one mistake could cost a human life.
I know that, Dad. I know. You're right. You're the best doctor I know. I'll never be half as good.
Ty, you're a fine doctor. Maybe too good for such a backwards practice. Now, son, if that's what's troubling you, if you want to leave and pick up your residency in vascular surgery,
No. No, I want to stay here. Dad, this is where I belong. I better go check my patients.
Ty, do you have a moment?
For you, Debbie, anytime.
I think I found out who our new patient is. His name is Luke Adams from General Delivery Marston.
That tells us a lot. Who's his next of kin, the Postmaster General?
Nope, there's a return address. D. Hoagland. Funny, he's a post office box number 2. Parkmore, California. Parkmore? Isn't that where you intern, Ty?
Let me see that.
What is it, Ty?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to make much sense. Well, time for young Mr. What's his name? Adams tetracycline.
Well, I'll take care of that for you as soon as I get off here.
Oh, that's all right. I want to check on him anyway.
Here is the list of people you want to find. In New England, Dr. Tyler Walker, Braden, Vermont. Dr. Charles Dean, Concord.
Not me. Not me, Don. I didn't start a fire.
Who did start the fire, Lucan? Tell me. Who were these men, Lucan? Did you recognize them? Tell me. Lucan. Who were the men? Who were the men? Tell me. Tell me.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
How is he?
It's too early to tell.
Did you give him a shot?
Of course.
Lie down.
Help me!
It'll be all right.
Oh.
Dr. Walker, please come to intensive care right away. I think he's dying.
Remove the mask, please. Might as well save the oxygen, Debbie. I don't know how or why, but he's going to make it. I've never seen anyone with such a will to live. I wonder who he is, where he came from.
His name's Luke Adams. I think he comes from the same university Ty went to.
Well, how do you know that?
I found this in his things.
Has Ty seen this? What'd he say?
He said it didn't make any sense. I may be wrong, Dr. Walker, but I got the impression Ty knows him. That's silly. If he does know him, why wouldn't he say so?
All right, hold it. Lieutenant Prentice, Parkmore Police. Do you know this man?
Is he going to be all right?
He's one of the hospital's orderlies. I think his name is Rawlins or something like that.
Rollins? Rollins? Rollins, can you hear me? Listen to me. Who caused this? Who's responsible?
For God's sakes, Lieutenant, let him take him to the hospital. The man is sick. He's badly hurt.
Rollins, talk to me. Who caused the fire?
He shouldn't have been there.
Him? Are you talking about him?
Lucan. Wolf boy. Stealing drugs.
You caught him stealing drugs. Is that what you're saying?
Lucan.
Oh, Lieutenant, that's impossible.
How do you know? Were you there? Did you see it happen?
No, I just left the building, but I know Lucan.
Like wild animal. His eyes. His eyes.
He wasn't that way. It was another man, a hospital doctor or orderly. He ran when the alarm went off.
You have the right to remain silent.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm arresting this man on suspicion of homicide and burglary. That's what I'm doing.
On what evidence? A dead man's statement is barely coherent.
I understood him very clearly.
You heard what you wanted to hear. If anything, I heard a confession of guilt. That's what I heard.
The DA will be glad to hear anything you have to say, sir.
Officer.
Take him downtown. Let's go, Wolf Boy.
Don! Not Wolf Boy. I'm human. I'm human.
Aspirin, Dad. Got a headache.
Coming down with something?
Hey, you look like you could use a night's sleep.
Oh, I'd sleep a lot easier. You'd explain this.
I told Debbie
I know what you told Debbie. Now, Ty, I've been up all night working over that boy. I'm tired and cranky. Now, who is he and what does he want with you?
All right, I know who he is. But I don't know what he wants here. His name is Lucan.
Lucan. Lucan, where would I know that name from?
Well, you probably read about him. He's been in all the newspapers and magazines. They even wrote some articles on him in the medical journals.
The wild boy. The one that was raised by wolves up in one of the northern states, Minnesota. I never believed that story for a moment. Sounds too far-fetched, a baby raised by wolves. Ty, why did you keep it a secret?
If word got out that we were treating the Wolf Boy, we'd be hip deep in reporters.
What's he got to do with you? Was he one of your patients at the University Hospital? Ty, you're one of 5 or 6 people he's looking for, according to this letter. Now, there must be a reason.
Would you quit cross-examining me, Dad?
Now, you listen to me, young fella.
I don't know why he's here. I really don't. Now, why don't we wait? If he recovers, he'll be able to tell us and we'll both know. Okay? Lucan. Lucan. Wake up. Lucan. Oh, wait. Lie back. Lie back. Lie back. Relax. Relax. You're okay. Relax. You're okay.
What is this place?
The hospital. You've been very sick. You still are. But you'll mend.
I've got to get out of here.
Hey, you're very lucky to be alive. You want to stay that way. Relax.
You don't understand. I've got to get to Braden.
You are in Braden, Lucan. Relax. I'm Dr. Walker. Ty Walker. Now, what was it you wanted to see me about?
Hey, Doc, you got a minute?
Sure, Charlie. What's your problem?
Oh, just checking something out. Got a report some farmer down Marsden way picked up a sick boy on the road and brought him in here the other day.
He's here. Pneumonia case. Why?
Well, you know how the chief is with them hippie vagrants.
Yeah. Paranoid.
Whatever. Did you get a name on him for my report, or is he another John Doe?
No, his name's Lucan.
Lucan. That's a funny name. Lucan. I think there's a warrant on him. Dispatch.
Dr. Walker, please. I need your help. The man with Rollins. The one who got away. He was wearing a white hospital coat. He had to be one of the staff on duty that night.
I told you. The police asked me the same questions you're asking me now. I couldn't help them, and I can't help you.
What about the other people on Dr. Hoagland's list? Do you know where any of them were? What they were doing that night?
Lucan, there's only one person who can identify that man. That's you. You saw him. Up close. You touched him. Smelled him.
It's no use, Dr. Walker. It happened so fast. It was dark.
Now listen to me, Lucan. I want you to think back. Try to remember exactly what happened that night.
I can't.
Now, sure you can. Now think back. You said you heard a noise. Like the sound of breaking glass.
Yes.
You went to investigate, right?
Yes.
Okay. They went down the corridor to...
Pharmacy. I saw a light. I opened the door.
What did you see?
2 men. Were breaking into the drug cabinet.
What did they look like?
I couldn't see. They turned the flashlight in my eyes. I was blinded. Then the light went out. By the time I could see again, they were almost on top of me.
Well, then you saw them. You had to. What did they look like?
I recognized Rollins. The other man...
That's him, Charlie.
Dad.
Sorry, Ty, but there's a problem with our patients.
Your name Lucan, Sonny?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to put you under arrest.
This man's on the critical list. He can't be moved.
I don't know. Poop sheet on him says he's dangerous.
No, Ty's right, Charlie. He's far too sick to be taken to jail.
If you say so, Doc. I guess you'll keep long enough for him to send somebody out from California to pick him up. You'll let me know if there's any change in his condition, will you, Doc?
Oh, sure, Charlie.
Sorry, Lucan. I don't know how the police found out about you.
It was bound to happen sooner or later. Dr. Walker, while we were talking, I was almost able to remember.
Remember what, Lucan? What was it you remember?
It was you. You're the man I'm looking for. You're the one who broke into the drug cabinet. You're responsible for Rollins' death.
And how are you going to prove that, Lucan?
They'll investigate. They'll find the proof.
No, they won't. It'll be the word of a half animal against the word of a respectable and respected doctor. They won't even bother looking. I truly feel sorry for you, Lucan. You were better off living with the wolves. They're a kinder breed by far than we.
I found you. And I'll find the proof to clear me, too.
You might, Lucan. Yes, you very well might. But don't count on it. Pneumonia's unpredictable. You can suffer a relapse and go. Like that. I'll be back in a little while.
No more sleeping pills for Mrs. Robinson, no matter how much she complains, and she will. Oh, and Mr. Benson is in room 6 now. When you give him his 10 o'clock medication, stay out of reach. He's pinching.
Okay.
That's all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Ty? Can I talk to you?
What about?
Do you believe Lucan did what they say he did?
I have no reason not to. There's a warrant out for his arrest. They're sending someone all the way from California to pick him up.
I know that, but it just doesn't make sense. I mean, if he is guilty, what's he doing here looking for you? What does he have to gain?
How should I know?
I'm sorry. I was just asking.
Well, I'm getting sick and tired of people just asking. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just as upset as you are. I just feel so sorry for that kid.
You think he's innocent, too?
Innocent or not, what does he have to look forward to? A lifetime behind bars. He'd be better off dead.
That is a terrible thing to say, Ty.
Forget it. Just forget it. Go home. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Right, well, you will notify us, won't you, Sheriff? Thank you. Still no sign of him.
Where could he go? In his condition, he couldn't go without some help. Ty? Was it you? Did you help him last night?
Are you out of your mind?
I'm not trying to trap you, Ty. I wouldn't even blame you if you helped him escape. I think he's innocent. And if there's anything I can do to help...
I don't know what you're talking about, Debbie, and I don't think you do. Would you excuse me?
Sorry. Well, what's eating Ty?
Boy, I don't know, Dr. Walker.
They find Lucan yet?
No, sir.
Some mess. You know how many police reports I'll have to fill out over this? Oh, Debbie, roommate will need a change of linen when you get around to it. Spilled her breakfast coffee all over herself.
Phillips, to the front desk, please. Mrs. Phillips, to the front desk, please.
Lucan!
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you.
Are you okay? No fever.
Can we get it over with? You are going to turn me over to the police.
I don't know. I don't want to. But I guess I have to for your own good.
Sure. Being locked up for the rest of my life will do me just fine.
You're sick, Lucan. You need treatment.
I need time to prove my innocence. I can't expect you to believe that.
But try me. I was talking to Dr. Walker last night, and I told him I think you're innocent.
Dr. Ty Walker?
He's a good man, Lucan. And I believe he thinks you're innocent, too.
He knows I'm innocent. He's the only one who really knows.
I don't understand.
I think you do, Debbie.
Okay, Tom, you and your boys come on in. We'll let the second shift handle the ridge. 10-4.
No sign of it.
Not yet, Mr. Prentice. Hey, look, you must be pretty tuckered out flying all the way out here from California. Why don't you let me drive you back to the motel for some sleep?
Now, don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'll get plenty of sleep as soon as I get Lucan behind bars.
What's so special about him? He owe you money or something?
He owes the state time, mister. Well, he couldn't have gone very far if he was as sick as you say he was.
When I saw him, I didn't think he could sit up by himself. Man, I don't understand it.
He's probably someplace close to town, holed up.
Well, we got men going house to house, but by the time they find him, he'll probably be dead.
Ty Walker. It just doesn't make sense. And yet it does. I mean, Ty never wanted to be a country doctor. He always wanted a big city practice. I never could figure out why he suddenly changed his mind and came back here. His poor father. Could kill him.
I'm not looking for revenge. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Oh, I understand that. But you can't take the blame for something Ty did. There's only one thing you can do. Tell the police exactly what you told me.
You don't understand. I have no proof. It's his word against mine, and they'll take his.
Well, you can't run away, not in your condition. You could die.
I'll take my chances. There's something else I almost remember about that night. It's there. It's in the back of my mind. If I just have time to think, maybe I'll remember. Now, please give me that chance.
I don't know, Lucan. I want to.
I don't want you to do anything. Just don't tell anyone you've seen me. I'll stay here until it's dark.
No. No, you'd be found. I have a better idea.
What do you have in mind? It's a nice place. Is it yours?
No, Ty's father. He uses it on the weekends, usually during the summer and spring. That's when he can find the time. But at least I think you'll be safe here, for a few days anyway.
I feel better already.
Well, you're not. I want you to march right in here. Well, I think the first thing is to get you to bed. Here we go. Make that up.
I can take care of myself. I'd like you to go back to town before you get into any trouble.
All right, if you promise me one thing, that when I leave, you will go directly to bed.
I promise.
Well, all right. Can I check a few things for you first? Oh, good. There seems to be enough food. You even got kitchen utensils. Phone's even hooked up. Look, now, if you have any problems at all, if you feel sick, I want you to call me.
I will. Now, please go.
All right.
I'll walk you to the car.
You'll get a fair hearing, I'm sure of it.
I had a hearing. They decided that because of my background, I might be dangerous. They suggested I be locked away indefinitely.
Oh, Lucan, no.
Dr. Hoagland said he'd appeal the decision before another panel, but that could take months, maybe years. So that night I escaped.
What will you do if you can't find the proof you need to clear yourself?
I'll keep looking.
I'll be back tomorrow. Please try and get some rest.
I'm sorry if we bothered you, Doc.
No bother, Charlie. I hope you're satisfied with not having Lucan for you, Mr. Prentice.
Frankly, I'm not, Dr. Walker. Someone is hiding him someplace.
Now, hold on, Prentice. If Doc Walker tells you he didn't help that kid none, he didn't.
It's all right, Charlie. I agree with Mr. Prentice. Lucan was too weak to leave here by himself. He must have had help. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Mr. Prentice, if you find Lucan, what will happen to him?
Well, he'll be extradited to California and held there until his trial.
Trial? I thought he's been convicted.
No. He was given psychiatric evaluation, and although he was found to be too dangerous to be allowed to run free, he still has his day in court coming to him on the homicide charge. Weren't you working at the university hospital when that fire happened?
Yes, I did. Why?
I thought I remembered you. Yeah, I questioned you about it, remember?
Of course, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't mind being anonymous. I mean, you know, it makes my job easier. Oh, one more thing. Did Lucan ever say why he wanted to see you or talk to you? Oh, your father, he showed me the letter.
I don't know. He was out of it most of the time, delirious. We never did get a chance to talk.
Oh. Yeah. Well, thanks, Doc.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Where you been?
Just out doing some errands.
There's a California police officer here looking for Lucan.
What's that got to do with me?
Now, aren't you interested in whether they found him or not?
Well, did they?
Of course not. Oh, Debbie, if my dad asks about me, tell him I'm taking care of some personal business.
Sure, Todd.
Yes.
It's Debbie. You have to leave there right away.
What's happened?
I think Ty's guessed where you are. He's probably gone for the police by now.
No. That's the last thing he'd do. He's got something else on his mind.
Well, whatever it is, you've got to get out of there.
No. I'm not going to run anymore, Debbie.
But Lucan.
Look, I want you to do me a favor. Go to the police and tell them where I am.
You want to turn yourself in?
You can tell them that.
What do you have in mind?
There isn't time. Just do as I ask, please.
Lucan? You don't have to be afraid of me, Lucan. I've come to help you.
I know you. You're no friend of mine.
Not your enemy either. We're both victims of an unfortunate accident.
Tell it to the police. You tell them I'm innocent.
I can't do that, Lucan. Look, I've paid for what happened. I've had to give up the career that I've wanted ever since I was a kid. Bury myself in this jerkwater town, practice jerkwater medicine, all because of a stupid accident.
You and your friend Rollins were responsible for it, Dr. Walker. You were stealing drugs.
It was no big deal. A few amphetamines, Rollins would sell for pocket money. Do you know what they pay interns? Nickels and dimes.
Your friend Rollins is dead. That's your debt, not mine.
Will my going to prison bring him back? Look, neither one of us has to pay anymore. The Canadian border's less than a half an hour away. Let me drive you there. You can lose yourself in the forest, disappear forever. You'll be free.
I'll never be free. They'll never stop looking.
It's your only chance, Lucan. You'll never be able to prove it was me anyway. This proves nothing.
Tell it to the police. Explain to them how and where you got that burn, Dr. Walker.
The police? You sent for them?
Debbie's bringing them.
Dumb animal. Didn't have to go like this.
You're in enough trouble as it is, miss. If you're leading us on a wild goose chase...
I'm not, I swear. Charlie, please try and drive faster.
Dr. Walker! Dr. Walker!
Dr. Walker!
There he goes. Save your ammunition. I want him alive. We'll get him. Sooner or later.
Where's Dr. Walker? What happened to him? If he's dead, how can Lucan ever prove that?
His innocence. There's no way. There never was, there never will be. All right, let's go, Charlie.
You still don't believe he's innocent, do you?
It's not my job, miss.